What's going on? Testing 1 2 3, 1 2 3. The place to be. Oh man, we need to make a timeline, y'all. We need to make a timeline. You know what I'm saying? Everybody lying and shit, dog. Somebody's hiding something. There's first let's come up here with let's do Google Drive, right? Let's go ahead and bring out some somewhere we can write down like a timeline. Okay. So we're gonna make a timeline here. We're gonna put an end to this shit. Sick and tired of the fucking. I'm sick and tired of social media. I'm sick and tired of social media because it just has too many frauds. That's the problem with America. America has too many fucking frauds. America has too many frauds, right? So here we go. Let's make a quick document here. TMZ full of shit, yo. I can't wait for the day that somebody sue the shit out of TMZ and just like leave them bankrupt. For real. All right, so let's start with the day he died. All right, Nolan Wells. First and foremost, we're not doing this for clout. We're not doing this for views. Y'all want to hit that like button whenever y'all get a chance. That's great. Y'all want to comment below. That's awesome. Maybe your opinion, your theory, your idea. Um, might make sense. Might be the facts. So y'all can go ahead and do that. Y'all can share with all the white trash in America. Cause I don't necessarily. All right, let's just put it this way. I don't think Nolan Wells was attacked due to racism, but I do think that all the evidence that's being hidden, or that all of this is just taking so long because of racism. There's two different things. Okay. All right. So he was pretty much killed July 4th, right? This is listen. If you don't have a reason to boycott 4th of July, and you black, there's your reason right there. If you don't boycott 4th of July, um, for racism, what I'm saying, discrimination, slavery, and all that stuff. Well, you got another reason now. You got another reason now. Okay. It says disappeared from Mississippi Horn Island on July 4th. and the body was found 2 days later. Skeptical. Okay. So July 4th disappeared. Right? July 6th, body found dead. Okay? And so we're gonna have this timeline. I'm gonna share it right here. That way anyone that has any kind of information maybe shares. So I'm gonna share the screen. Yeah, share the screen. Allow. We're gonna share this window. All right. Boom. Okay. We're gonna zoom in so it looks better. Excuse me. Sayonara. Okay, let's open this up, right? Okay. Maybe I should make it a blackboard. How do I do that? How do I go into black mode? Uh, there is a way to do that. But I forget how do I do that? Like put is it only Chrome that does that? I think it's only Chrome. And I'm on Firefox. Yeah, I think it's Chrome. So let's just forget about that right now. I'll say more. Nah, I don't see nothing there. Like, that is a set. There it is. There it is. Dark mode, baby. But this still appears in white. See what I'm saying? Shit. Uh, never mind. I don't think I can put it in dark mode. It's a lot better for the eye. It helps out so much. Um, Damn, homie. Wish I could change this to dark mode. There is a way of doing it. I just can't do it right now because I forgot where the hell is that? Oh, we're gonna make this timeline, right? We're gonna make this timeline. Okay. Okay. We're gonna put conspiracy there because I could care less what anybody's opinion is at this point. We know, all right? We know. We the people. We the people. Hey, listen. There's no way that you're telling me
that an audio came out, right? Listen to this, right? No way you're telling me that an audio came out saying, is he dead? Nolan, wake up. Nolan. You got these white people in the background saying, Nolan, Nolan. But yet, they all decided to lie. So this was a conversation they had, an agreement that they had to not speak on the situation. Somebody feels guilty, and then that one person that felt guilty made everybody feel guilty. You heard? All right, here we go. So we're gonna talk about it real quick. So that. All right. Cool. So July 4th, a young black man decides to go on a boat trip with his friends. I don't believe that they're racist. Most likely, I do believe that they probably invited Nolan with good intentions of just celebrating. 4th of July is a holiday. It's a holiday. People, it's a 4th of July holiday. American people love to see fireworks, have a cookout, drink beer, drink alcohol. Now, the problem is what actually happened that nobody is saying. Okay? There are different things that could have happened, and nobody seems to care or talk about it. Okay, there's a number of things here. This is also, how can I say? This is also an example in life of what real friends should do. Okay? So if you take somebody, let's get down to it. If you take someone to an event, to another state, to a party, if somebody you're with decides to leave you behind or anything like that, if they ever threaten you with leaving you behind, that's not a friend. Cut them loose, get rid of them. That's not a friend, okay? Now, after saying that, let's go ahead and break down a couple things that could have happen, right? Incident or accident. If anything, it could have been anything. But the fact that you're hiding, like, all right, so we're gonna talk about this, right? So if we look at the different, if we look at the different reasons on why Nolan was probably hurt, we have to take a look at the audio. We'll find the audio and understand what happened prior to the audio is the question. Okay, so we're gonna put here prior to the audio, what happened? Right? Prior to the audio, what actually happened? Guys, tell me what happened. Do you think there was horseplay in the water, out the water? Were they wrestling just for, just for for the fucks of it? They got too serious. They didn't know what they were doing. Something happened. Was it in water? Was the horse playing water? Were they playing around and trying to drown each other? Which, by the way, is not fun horseplay. But you know how teenagers are trying to push each other down the water and these things. Alcohol poisoning. Alcohol poison. Who provided the alcohol? Does somebody feel guilty? Did they put something in his drink? Were there drugs involved? What does the actual results say? You know? So what's going on? Right? Why is nobody really speaking the truth? Everybody's giving a short version, and they say the versions are not adding up, right? It's incident or accident. Incident or accident. But if it was incident or accident, then why lie? Why it can't be a simple slip and fall? He hit his head or neck on the boat. He was trying to get on the boat. He slipped, fell. Why lie? Was it an incident or accident? Nobody said that. Nobody said this. We're gonna put this in red because nobody decided to say that. We're gonna put this in blue because this is in question. And we're also gonna put this in blue because this is also in question. What other reasons could there have been for this young man to end up July 6th dead on shore? Right? So that's prior to the audio, right? What happened? Right? Um, lies. Group of kids or a group of yeah, group of young adults, whatever, or just the group itself. Group lies and say Nolan Wells wasn't on the boat. Group lies and says Nolan Wells wasn't on the boat with them on the way back. To add to that, one out of the group, one male, let's say, right, one male out of the group stated Nolan stayed or was with a girl on the island, right? Female, female on the island. Female story is different from female story is different from that particular male from the group, right? So the stories are not adding up, right? And again, to go behind this, right? Stories not adding up, and we're gonna go through the timeline, baby. We're gonna go through this timeline. It's gonna be crazy. You heard? It's gonna be crazy because what I need and what I want is for that bullshit piece of shit. These fake ass influencers, bro. They are a joke. They're a bunch of clowns. That bullshit Officer Tatum, whatever his name is. Yeah, he needs to go. He need to pack up, yo. YouTube, yo, listen. Sincerely, YouTube is a piece of shit. Google, YouTube, y'all pieces of shit. All these companies are pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? Allowing these people to have these channels and all this other shit, and even use bots and everything. But yeah, man. If any, let's just say that, right? If anybody from that boat is held accountable, guilty, and they got to do time in prison, if any of them got to go to prison, Officer Tatum should have 0 subscribers. Everybody should be whoever the fuck is subscribed to that bullshit. Everybody should be unsubscribing. The piece of shit has no credibility. It's over. Game over. That's it. You shouldn't get a second chance. You interview, you try to do this whole fucking dilemma. Get the fuck out of here now. We don't want to fucking see you ever the fuck again. Fuck you, fuck your algorithm, fuck YouTube, fuck Google, fuck everybody. Fuck the federal government, fuck the people down there in Mississippi, fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? So if they held, listen to what I'm saying clearly. If they were to hold any of the people, anybody from that group that was on that boat accountable and guilty. All of you that are listening to these other channels, like that bullshit Officer Tatum, whatever his name is, you guys are a bunch of fucking dickheads. You guys are a bunch of fucking clowns. He has zero credibility. That's an F. Get him the fuck out of here. Pack him up. It's that simple. If any of them are held accountable and guilty, those people ain't shit. And it just shows how stupid all of you American people are. And you just tune into our YouTube channel on some dickhead, some clown, and y'all fucking consider to fucking subscribe, hit like, comment, and actually watch that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That's simple. So, if any of those kids, any of them fucking white motherfuckers, whatever the case may be, if any of them are held accountable and guilty, fuck you, America. Fuck you, YouTube, and fuck you, Google. Because y'all all pieces of shit. Fuck you, TMZ, etc., etc. Let's get down to the bottom of it. All right. So the stories are not adding up, right? The stories are not adding up, and the lies are made up. People are saying that Nolan was on that island until like 6 o'clock or something. Bullshit like that, right? All right. So what we're gonna do here? Let's take a look real quick. I want to see something real quick. Nancy, what is it? Grace, whatever her name is. Okay, Nancy Grace. There's a video out there, right? Where she has a little bit of information apparently on that book, right? Nolan will don't share audio distress call. But here's what I'm gonna say because this is the funniest shit ever, bro. This is the funniest shit ever. I'm gonna write it on here so you guys understand something else that's supposed to happen. You're telling me that he went missing on July 4th, and that his body was found 2 days later? Where's this island again? In Mexico? Yo, don't play with me, man. Stop playing. Is this island in Mexico? From the south of Mississippi? Where exactly is this island that these motherfuckers is talking about? Where's the island? See, this is why YouTube and Google don't want you to see me in the algorithm. They don't want you to know the truth. But the truth is that when a body's missing out there on an island, the Coast Guard is supposed to get involved. Everyone should be, informing, letting the Coast Guard know about the situation. They should be. They should be the very next day. They should be looking for the body. Okay. Now that island can't possibly be as big as Cuba or Puerto Rico, even which is even way even smaller. But than Cuba is. But you're telling me it took 2 days later, 2 days later to find the body? Yeah, that don't make sense. You heard that? That doesn't make sense at all whatsoever. Okay. Okay. That's to let you guys know. You're supposed to listen. Whenever something happens like this in the island of Puerto Rico, and someone gives you a hint of location, things like that, right? They get on top of it like this, and they decide to spend the next 72 to 48 hours, obviously, trying to find the body. This body was found 2 days later. 2 days later. Um, okay, prior to the audio, what happened? On audio. This is on the audio now, right? We're gonna write down what the audio says. The audio says, it says, basically, Seaport Dispatch or something like that, right? Seaport Dispatch. They pull up the Nancy video. Right? We're about to it's over, bro. It's over. That audio, that was a mistake. What that white boy did, calling that was a mistake. He went into panic mode. He went into panic mode. Watch this. He called that fucking seaport emergency, and it was over. Once you get the audio, it's over. Conspiracy time.
The CTO assistance. Okay.
Seaport dispatch. Seato. Seato dispatch call. So the Seato dispatch, right? Two things that don't make sense, right? So one of them is he says we're at the west tip of Horn. Our bilge pump stopped working. We're we're sinking. Well, if your pump stopped working, why would you be sinking? You understand me? You're at the tip of Horn. Pause. Uh, you say the bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Then you say 30 feet of water at some point. Listen, man. Bro, this is the most hilarious shit ever. This is America's a joke. This is we are the fucking circus of the fucking world. Look at this. See, telling this is told boat bilge pump not working. Boat sink. Okay. All right. Voices are heard. All right, here we go. So we're gonna listen to this audio real quick, right? No, they're gonna kill it. They're gonna kill that case. Watch. They're gonna kill that case. Yo, this thing is taking all kind of turns, man. Man, they better protect Nancy Grace at all costs. You heard? Yo, she is going hard, and everybody has her in the fucking loop right now. Everybody's using her content, but there's something. There's a specific video. Let me go back to my history. I'm gonna find a specific video where they actually have a log, right? There's a log of the boat. Okay, there's like a log, specific log. It lets you know when it leaves or that sort of thing when it arrives or when it's docked, like something like that, something similar to that, right? So I have to find the video I was watching yesterday because that's the video that has that information, and I'm hoping to find it. There it is, the timeline. All right, so I'm right around the corner from here. What is that? What's the timeline? It's crazy. Yo. Man, why is it not coming up? I gotta click on that video and just see the timeline for that. Right? Let me get, here we go. This should be it right here. It's crazy. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. There's so many lies being thrown around. It's ridiculous, yo. Y'all ready for this? This is crazy. What you guys are about to see, this is nuts. Okay, I'm gonna update the TMZ full of shit, yo. TMZ, that's a piece of shit, Drew. You hear me?
Whatever his name is, I forget.
Harry or whatever his name is. I don't know what the fuck his name. I forget. Yo, that guy's a piece of shit. TMZ not even a piece of shit. Here we go. Right. I'm about to show you guys real quick. Okay. That's hilarious. All right, here we go. So apparently the call was around 4 o'clock, right? So that's what it said. This is informational. All right. Take a look at the GPS. This is how much investigation is going on. To the point where now the FBI has taken the case and told the sheriff and every other fucker in Mississippi that they don't know how to do their fucking job. That's simple. All right. So the FBI now has this information, and of course, GPS tracking devices are going to be used. Listen, man, the crime that you was able to get away with over 30 years ago, we're in 2026, you can't get away with anymore. You understand? Technology doesn't allow you. Okay? Not a Tesla, not a boat. None of that shit. Not a black box on a plane. All right, here we go. The call was around 4 p.m. Okay. Let's put this first. All right, we gotta put this first because that's what happened. CTO dispatch is told, "Oh, bitch, it's not working. We're sinking." Voices are heard in the audios. Say Nolan. Okay, say Nolan. Period. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing else. Period. Okay. All right. Prior to the audio. Okay. Prior to the audio, what happened? Okay. Prior to the audio, or we don't have to actually put a color or anything here. But what we want to do is we want to put the GPS information. GPS log info. Okay. And the GPS log info lets you know that the boat leaves original dock at 9:56 a.m. Okay. Boat arrives at Horn Island 11:14 a.m. Okay. 6 hours pass by. Five. 5 hours pass by, and something happens. Something that nobody's talking about. Something happens that nobody's talking about. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Go ahead and share the live, y'all. Share the live. Because they don't want nobody to know this information. And when I say they, I mean the family that is suing everybody. Sue me too. File a lawsuit against me too. So I can crush you. I'll crush you in court. July 4th, disappeared. Prior to audio, what happened? What happened to Nolan Wells? In question, was it horseplay, in or out the water? Was it alcohol poisoning? Was it alcohol poison? Does anybody feel guilty? Is there any banned substances? Or what actually happened? Okay. Was it an incident or accident? If it was, why are we lying? Who's lying? Everyone. Why? Why is everybody lying? If it was an incident or accident, that's why I have it in red. Why lie? The GPS shows that the boat leaves the original dock at 9:56 in the morning, and that it arrives at Horn Island at 11:14 a.m. The call is not made out to the Seattle dispatch till around 4 p.m. Okay. Okay. Now voices are heard, so they make a call. They say both bilge pump not working, both sinking. Let's do a little bit more. Let's go ahead and go to Google. Okay. But if you Google says a boat can sink if its bilge pump is not working and water gets inside faster, then it can be removed. Extra water weight makes the boat heavy, unstable, prone to tipping over, water buildup as the boat is lower in the water. Some stuff. Okay. So that's one part of the story, right? One part of the story is the bilge pump not working, boat sinking. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. The call was made around 4 p.m. The boat leaves Horn Island at 4:31 p.m. according to the GPS. Okay. Right. Police one item, 4:31 p.m. Right. It says here that after 4:31 doesn't have a specific time. After 4:31 p.m. Bolt was told 3 miles on its own after. Right. On its own after. At 5:44, the boat returns. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Well, I don't know what happened, right? But a great theory is the one that I like the most. This is the one that I like the most because see, I have experienced alcohol poisoning. I've experienced that, and when I wake up, I got the fucking pizzeria right across the street from my cousin crib, and I go over there and I get the greasiest fucking food I can find. You know what I'm saying? When there's a burger, whether there's a cheesesteak, whether there's pizza, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So alcohol, this is what I'm getting at. They're lying because they're scared because of what they did. So if the call was around 4 o'clock, if I'm playing detective here, right? The call was around 4 o'clock. They left around 4:31. They left him. They left him stranded on the island for over 2 hours. God knows how long in alcohol poisoning with no food, and that's how he died. He probably passed out. They're saying, Nolan, Nolan, wake up, Nolan. Etc. This and that on the call, right? They decided to leave him there. They left him on the island because they were scared. That same boat doesn't even go back to that island. That same boat doesn't even go to the island. Go back to the island at 5:52. Not even 10 minutes, according to the GPS. Not even 10 minutes from being docked. That was just. That's pretty much like, yo, everybody get off. 8 minutes. 8 minutes is like you're docking, tying your boat up, and people making sure they have their belongings and getting off the boat. And then you're untying again to then undock and go somewhere. Boat travels to Fort Bio. That was most likely to check the boat, right? That was most likely to check the pump, the boat, whatever the fucking case may be, right? Who knows at this point? Who knows? But they left them. That's what they did. They left them. They left them there, but on purpose. Everybody's lying and saying, "Oh, he stayed on the island." That's the story they're giving. He stayed on the island. They left them there. They all left them there. Instead of trying to take them to the closest hospital to get them medical attention, they left them there. Original doc. They're all scared, bro. They're all scared telling the truth of what happened, or if there was any horsing around, or whatever the fucking case may be, all that stuff. Whether it was an incident, whether he slipped and fell, nobody wants to say nothing, but they left. It doesn't, regardless, the conclusion is they left them there. This is the timeline, y'all. This is the timeline. There it says move by vehicle. So here we go. I want to see this. I'm gonna Google this. Take a look real quick. Well, you arrive at Horn Island. You can't say Wells later went missing. There's pictures of Wells partying with everybody. You don't have that until 4 o'clock. Okay, so that's where to move by vehicle. So, all right. Actually, let me do this. right, so I'm gonna put okay. Co-star found Nolan Wells, right? No, I don't see that. Bullshit. Bullshit. Where the fuck is Horn Item? Let me take a look at that. That's bullshit. That they didn't need assistance. That's bullshit. I'll tell you what. That's not true, man. That's not true. You gotta get.
Perfect.
That makes sense. Exactly what she said. That's exactly what I said. I said it. I said, why didn't the Coast Guard get involved? Why didn't the Coast Guard get involved? These are all these are the things that they don't want you to talk about, know about. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is your timeline. I'm gonna leave this up for a while. I gotta do a couple things. I'm gonna mute myself. But this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the timeline. This is the official timeline of what's the truth thus far. Okay. Okay. That's thus far the timeline. And we have conspiracy. People are not speaking. And people know exactly what happened. They all decided to lie after deciding to leave them there stranded. Which, by the way, is that a crime? Boom. There we go, baby. All right, so yes, leaving someone stranded on an island is a serious crime. It can lead to charges of murder, manslaughter, or criminal abandonment, depending on the outcome. Yo, lock everybody up, y'all. Don't wait, kids. Better start running. Lock all of them the fuck up. You heard? I'm gonna put myself on mute. Y'all gonna take a look at this timeline. I'm gonna mute myself. Let's see here. Let me copy this. Actually, I'll just leave this on the page. And nobody can debate that. But all those white kids are held accountable for murders, manslaughter, criminal abandonment, kidnapping, whatever the case may be. Y'all take a pick, y'all. Take your pick. I heard murder, manslaughter, kidnapping. Was that abandonment? Criminal abandonment. Hey, guilty. Y'all, they all guilty, y'all. Straight alive, y'all.
All right, guys, let's play detective. We're gonna play detective real quick. Um, we're still going. It's an hour and 51 minutes, and Google's not gonna help with the algorithm, obviously, because you know they want to promote white people. They don't want to see white people go to jail, etc., etc. Okay, so YouTube is not gonna help. YouTube and Google is not gonna help with the algorithm, but we don't care. We're just gonna play detective real quick. This is all about Clue, right? Okay, so in Clue, they put the cards in an envelope, right? They shuffle the cards, then they put the cards in an envelope, and the envelope ends up in the middle of the board. Everybody starts out in a different location, right? Everybody starts out in a different location, where there's the library, the kitchen, etc., right? And then they have to figure out a crime that happened based on the information that and the clues that they can find around the house. Okay, so Nolan Wells, right? We're gonna get to the bottom of this. This is the funniest shit ever. Can't trust a damn white person in Mississippi. And that bad bitch. You can't trust a white person in Mississippi. I'm about to end this live actually, and then I'll start over again, and then we'll go ahead and play the clue. Let me start the clue.